Welcome back to the Max Reality. If you've seen my face before, then you know the drill, but if you're new here, I love talking all things reality TV, and that includes reviewing products from my favorite reality TV show, Shark Tank. And today, we're here to kind of talk about FlipStik. I mean, we're going to talk about FlipStik, but you'll see. We're going to go on a journey together is really what we're going to do here today, more of than a product review. To begin our journey, we need to go all the way back to January 17th of this year. That is when this journey began, and that is when I decided to try to order this product on Amazon. And I think rather than tell you about it, I'll just show you what happened. And also my intro was filmed during that time, so I'll let Past Morgan tell you a little bit more about FlipStik and also let you all see what happened. FlipStik was on Shark Tank Season 12, Episode 4, and until about 10 seconds ago, I had completely forgotten that Akeem, who is the entrepreneur and founder, started off his pitch with his own song and rap, and 10 out of 10. I always love that. I feel like the last time we got a really good song and dance was Monosuit. Somebody give us a good one, please. I'm sorry, that was totally a side tangent. Back to the product. While in the tank, Akeem was able to get a deal with Lori. He originally came in looking for $100,000 for 20% and ended up accepting a deal with Lori for $100,000 for 25%. So if you haven't heard of it, you may be wondering, what is it? Well, it is a phone stand like a PopSocket or things of that nature. Their big differentiator, though, is they have a special adhesive that allows you to stick your phone to nearly any surface. What I have here was not in the tank at the time. I decided to go with the FlipStik Pro because it had more of the features that I liked, including they have added a little loop, because at the time they were in the tank, it literally just was a kickstand that popped out, and the kickstand that popped out revealed the adhesive below, allowing it to stick to anything. And now the Pro has some extra features about like the way it pops out. Again, the loop. The loop is honestly the biggest part of why I got the Pro, because I currently use a PopSocket, and I am constantly holding my phone like this. I need something besides me just holding my phone, because I am the world's clumsiest person. I drop things all the time. I need extra assurance when I'm holding my phone that I'm not going to drop it. And I still do drop it. So I need all the help I can get is what I'm saying. To that point, I decided now was a good time to try FlipStik because I needed to get a new phone case because I've dropped this one so much that it is broken. And I am worried that soon that means I will drop this phone and it will break. So it was time for a new case. And because of that, that meant I was going to have to get a new PopSocket. And I thought, voila, the perfect time to try FlipStik. I also thought it was a good time because I'm not necessarily in love with PopSocket. I just use it because it's out there, it's easy. I do like doing this. I will miss doing this while I don't have it. But I do have different frustrations with it. Like, it is easy to get, like, knocked over. It's not, like, the world's best stand for standing things up when you're trying to watch it. Also, sometimes it hurts my hand from the way it is. That just might be a user error thing from maybe the way I hold it. My biggest frustration of all time, though, is always when you buy these, at least for me, the design rubs off. I have not had this one long enough for this to look like this. And I know they have the different ones of different materials, but this shouldn't be like this. And it makes me so upset. So time for a change. Along the lines of design, though, I will say my only gripe with it was like the limited amount of designs. For the Pro, it was only black, white, and then purple. So I decided to get the fun color one to give myself a little pop like I like to have. And I think with that, it's time to go ahead and open this bad boy up and put it on my new phone case. So I opened it up, and then I looked at the packaging again, and I realized that while it says what I ordered is the FlipStik Pro, this is not the FlipStik Pro. This is the FlipStik Grip, which is not what I ordered and not what I want. So, I'm going to leave this in the video as a warning if you buy from this Amazon link that I'll show up here, and I'll also have it linked down below, and you think you're ordering the purple FlipStik Pro, that is not what you will get. You will get the Grip, which is not what I wanted. So We'll be back once I get the right thing. I thought it would be fine to order off Amazon because it looks like they have their own Amazon storefront, but I should have known better. I should have known better. Anyway, playing around on their website, number one, I lucked out and they're having some sort of major sale, and I got the FlipStik Pro for $7.50 before shipping, which was like $4-ish. So great deal for me. Also, I figured out I was wrong. I thought it was black, white, and purple because I was just looking at the colors. I didn't click all of them because I guess I had no thoughts when ordering this for some reason. My only thought was, I need to get a new phone case on this phone. Apparently that's all I was thinking because the colors are actually black, purple, and rose gold, which is like cute and pink. So I ended up getting that color instead. So we'll be back. And now we're back to the present. As you can see, I was excited, full of hope. I'd gotten a discount. I was getting a better color than I originally thought. The rose gold was definitely more me, love a little pink. I did like the purple too. I liked how bold it was, but was very excited for the nice little pink. Overall, good vibes happening for me. And this is where I personally just actually made a mistake, but in just all transparency, I want you to know every single thing that happened during this process because literally this was over a month of my life, y'all. If y'all saw a video a while back where I was referencing that I wanted to get into doing more Shark Tank product reviews and that I was having kind of a struggle with one, this is the one. If you saw that video, think about how far back that video was. And now we are here. Granted, it took me a while to get this filmed from when all this ended, but this was literally a little over a month of my life, just trying to get this one Shark Tank product to review for y'all. So like I was saying, my mistake. I went on the website and I went to go order it, and I wasn't really paying attention because I was getting excited about the sale. I was also trying to hurry because I had stuff going on, and I accidentally ordered the purple, even though I wanted to order the pink. So I immediately placed a secondary order for the pink. I had enough money in my account and the discount was so good that I just went ahead and placed my second order immediately after for the pink. And I was like, I'll just email them to get the purple one canceled. No big deal, no problem. I was a little stressed though because they have a no returns policy. So I wanted to make sure the purple one got canceled because what was I going to do if 2 FlipStiks came? I don't know. No idea. So I sent an email, and what I said on January 21st at 4:45 p.m. was, hello, I need to cancel my order number, blah, blah, blah. I accidentally selected the wrong color. Thank you. Pretty simple, right? Gave my reasoning, gave the order number. It was also very quickly after I placed the order. I did realize it was really late in the day, so I was expecting not to get an email until the next day, but the next day came, and I wasn't hearing anything back. And again, I was getting concerned because I didn't know how fast they shipped. It did say 7 to 10 business days, but sometimes things ship way faster and they have that longer amount of time just so you feel better about how quickly it got there. So I really didn't know what I was getting into. So I was getting a little nervous about it that I hadn't heard for a whole day. And honestly, this should have been my first worrying about things. So I let the whole day pass on January 22nd. I'm like, you never know, give them the whole day. I'm one of those people that's at least 24 hours for business stuff like this. I think that's fair. So I let the whole day pass. I don't hear anything. I wake up January 23rd. And again, I'm getting a little anxious. I really don't want 2 FlipStiks coming to my house. I hate waste. I hate all that stuff. Y'all have seen me doing my food review videos. You see how long it takes me? It's because I hate waste. I'm making sure I eat the whole thing, so I don't want 2 FlipStiks. What am I going to do with 2 FlipStiks? Especially if I didn't end up liking the product. What am I going to do? So January 23rd at 10 a.m., I just send a follow-up email. I say, hello, I'm just trying to follow up about canceling this order. Thank you. And this is where I start to get my little glimmer of hope after feeling a little anxious. The next day, January 24th at 6:47 p.m., so it took a little while, but it was the next day, and I don't know what time zone they're in, so who knows. I get an email back saying, I'm so sorry that you want to cancel your order. You're going to get the refund shortly, blah, 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 blah. I did think it was weird that they emailed back sorry, you want to cancel your order, when I said I was just canceling it because I ordered the wrong color, implying, that I made a second order. Also, you should be able to see if you're the one looking at the orders that I placed 2 orders back to back. So it felt a little weird, but I'm kind of used to it nowadays with customer service. People do not read things. You know, you send a whole email explaining everything and they read like one sentence. So it's just kind of the way things are lately. Not saying it's good, just I am kind of used to it. I read the email and was like, oh, they didn't read my email, but at least I'm getting my refund. That's all that matters. And I did get my refund. I was excited, but then I got the email explaining my refund and I open it up and it says 2 products are canceled, a purple and the rose gold. So then I'm sitting here like, did they cancel both my orders? Because again, I'm at the point where I can tell they didn't quite read my email anyway, so I'm worried that they just went in the system, saw my name twice, and canceled both orders. Because again, I don't know why it had a purple and a rose gold as canceled. I don't have an answer for you on why that happened still, but that's just what happened. So I emailed back on January 24th, late at night, being like, hey, it looks like both my orders were canceled. I only wanted to cancel order number blah, blah, blah. Not order number za za za. Trying to differentiate them. So January 24th was a Friday, and like I said, I emailed this at like 10:33 p.m. exactly. So I wasn't expecting an email back until that following Monday. I don't expect people to email me Saturday, Sunday for business things like this. If they do, it's always great when they have the 24-hour customer service, but I always just assume business hours, business week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5-ish. That's when I expect to hear back from customer service people. So I let the weekend go by, and Monday comes. And I haven't heard back if my other order is still being processed or if it also got canceled. So I'm sitting there wondering, also a little confused, also a little concerned. But I do get my refund, and it is only for one of the FlipStiks, not both. So I'm feeling pretty confident that probably both orders didn't get canceled. But you can see why I'm a little confused and concerned, considering it said 2 items were canceled in the email I got. So I wait, and I wait, and I wait. And I'm not hearing back from them. And again, I'm getting concerned. And this is the spot where I myself feel like I should have started to kind of be like, what's up a little bit more than I was. But I kind of had this project on the back burner. Doing these product reviews is a little hard just because, like, I'm not made of money. As I say all the time, this is just my hobby. This isn't my job. Like, it's always an investment when I'm doing these things. And with Shark Tank currently going on right now, I'm doing those recap videos. I also stream Bachelor on TikTok, so I had a lot going on. Wasn't super concerned with it. But, I'm waiting for it. I'm checking my email every day, kind of like. But I just decided to wait it out and see when they're going to email me back. And finally, on February 1st, a reminder, I emailed on January 24th. So that is over a week, just by a day, but it is over a week to hear back from them. And they're like, hello, thank you for your patience. I can confirm order Zazaza is still being processed. We are pretty delayed in processing this order, but it will be shipped very soon. We appreciate your patience and understanding while we process this order. On February 1st, I was told this order is being processed and should be coming very soon. That was a lie. A little tidbit I forgot to mention. This email was sent to me on February 1st at 12:06 a.m. So, getting this email, I should have been reassured. They said it's going to ship soon and all of this. But honestly, after waiting a week to hear back and then getting an email at 12 in the morning, I was starting to get a little concerned. I was starting to, the wheels were turning. And this made me make a realization that I really hadn't looked into this product. This was one of those products that I just kind of remembered from Shark Tank, always thought it was cool, had seen it around a little bit, and just kind of threw it on my list for one day I'll try it out. So at this point I was like, maybe I should do a little digging. So I first decide to go look at reviews. I start with the reviews on their website, and the very first, most recent one is a 1-star one that says, this order was never received. And I am thinking to myself, awesome. What have I gotten myself into? Because when I pick products to review from Shark Tank, I only try to pick products that I think are good. I don't like to do the thing where I purposely get one that I think is going to be bad. I would buy a weird product, but if I think it's just going to be bad, that's just not my style. I don't like being negative. I hate ragging on stuff. I hated when all this happened because I knew this was the video I was going to have to make. But yes, here we are. I'm too late. We're too deep in. So I start scrolling more. I'm seeing a bunch of 2 stars. Not like expected. Not great. Doesn't work after a while. Blah, blah, blah. I go to the Amazon review. Same things. Lots of, it doesn't work very well. The hinges broke after like a month of use. I'm starting to get concerned for multiple reasons. Number one, I start to realize a lot of the reviews are talking about a month to a month and a half in of usage. So I'm thinking to myself, by the time I get this, it's already been a while. And then it's going to take me a while to review this product because now that I've seen these reviews, I'm going to have to use it for at least 2 months to really give a good review. So I've gotten myself into a lot more than I thought I was getting myself into. So then I decided to also go look at the social media because since the reviews aren't great, I'm thinking that there might be stuff in the comments section of maybe other people who didn't get their order or maybe it was broken. And I was curious. I was like, I wonder what's going on there. I'm sorry, quick, before we get into the social media stuff, I was looking at the review again. And while it is the most recent review, something I did not notice and should have also tipped me off, but I think I was just so that I didn't notice this. This most recent review is from 9 months ago. Their most recent review on their website is from 9 months ago. Anyway, so the very first social platform I go to is TikTok. That's the one I know how to use the best. And this feels like a product that would be on TikTok. Like this is kind of like an influencer-y feeling product since it's something that you can use to help film videos better. That was part of the premise. You can stick the phone anywhere, film videos, all that jazz. So I'm thinking TikTok is going to be the place for this. And I go to their TikTok and it's just dead. It is completely dead. And by dead, I mean when I looked up FlipStik on TikTok, just searching for it, and I found the account, I wasn't positive that it was the official account because they only had a little over 3,000 followers, which just felt weird for me. And I mean, sometimes it happens. Sometimes products just don't blow up on certain platforms. I was like, maybe they're bigger on Instagram. It did kind of surprise me though, because again, this just felt like a very TikTok geared product to the point that I went to their website to go look for their social buttons to make sure this was their actual TikTok. And it is. This is their official TikTok that's linked with their website. On top of that, by dead, I mean their last post on this TikTok account was April 6th, 2023. It is the year of our Lord 2025. I was shocked. I was confused. I was concerned. Lots of feelings started happening at this point in the journey. So at this point, like I said, I was like, maybe they're bigger on Instagram. Let me go over there. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of memory of the Instagram, and I can't pull it up because their Instagram is now gone after everything that happened. We'll go more into that later. Let's just put a pin in that for a minute. But from my memory, when I went to the Instagram, it was a little more followed, at least. But once again, the posts were not really recent, and sometimes they weren't even about FlipStik. The videos were just the founder talking about tips to be a founder. Nothing to do with FlipStik, just about him. And I was so very confused. I just I was speechless. I was like, what? This product has no social media presence, and it's very much feels like a social media product, if that makes sense. So this truly was the moment where I was like, oh no, this is going to be bad for me. I might not even ever get this product. Foreshadowing. But like I said, at this point, I'm in it. I'm just like, there's nothing to do but wait. I just am going to wait, see if I get the product, see if I like it. Maybe I'll get it and I'll love it. Because again, this sounded like such a good product, especially for me. The way the kickstand worked, I was so excited. I was very, very excited for this product. So I wait a little while. I'm waiting to get a shipping confirmation, and it's just not coming. Like I said, I was checking my email every day. I am not very good at checking my email. During this time period, I was checking my email like it was TikTok. Literally, it was so bad. I was on it all the time. So, a reminder, the last time I had heard from them was February 1st. So, I'm waiting. I decide, after I hadn't heard from them in a while, on February 6th, to send an email to get an update. I specifically picked February 6th because it was a Thursday. And like I said, I'm only expecting emails Monday through Friday. So I decided to email them Thursday in the hopes that I would hear back that next day on Friday. So on February 6th at 9:53 p.m., once again, very late. Why am I always emailing at night? That's a side tangent. Anyway, I email and I say, hello, is there any ETA on when order number ZAZAZA may ship? It's been over 2 weeks since I placed my order. And part of why I mentioned that is because I hadn't really asked them anything about, shipping when I'd been emailing those other times. I really wasn't concerned with the shipping timeline because, again, when I ordered it, it said 7 to 10 days, and I even took that as 7 to 10 business days. So I was giving them that full amount of time to try to ship it before I got kind of like, hey. Because also on February 6th, the other reasoning I picked it, that was exactly 12 business days had passed since I placed my order. Like I said, I was giving them the full 7 to 10 business days before I started giving a little knock knock. Now let's play a little game at home. When do you think they sent me an email back after that February 6th one asking for an ETA? I'll give you a moment. They didn't. They never emailed me back. They ghosted me like any man at a bar. They were just gone. I heard nothing. And so I waited, and finally, a week later, technically a week plus a day later, on February 14th at 10:48 a.m., I decided to send a brand new email. Because at this point, I had been emailing within the email chain of me checking on the canceled order and all that. So I was starting to get worried that maybe that subject line with the canceled order was like flagging them not paying attention because they were like, oh, we already canceled this order. This is an old email. So I start on a brand new, fresh email, new subject line, and I say, hello, I placed my order number ZAZAZA a little over 3 weeks ago, and I was just wondering if there was any ETA on when it might ship. Reasonable, chill, just wondering, just want to know. Don't really even care what the answer is, would just like an answer because, again, I'm just sitting here like, what is going on? Especially after I saw that stuff and the social media was dead. I'm getting a little concerned that I'm never going to get this product. And I'm like, what do I do? So then I wait again. And I wait again for an email. And do you want to make another guess of when they emailed me back? I'm not going to let you guess. Once again, they did not email me back. So I waited a full-on other week. I gave them a full week to email me back. And on February 21st at 9:48 a.m., I email again. I just respond to the same email and I say, hello, can I please get an update on order number ZAZAZA? Thank you. And what do you know? They again did not email me back. And I'm just like shocked at this point that I'm just not even getting an email back, like anything. It's like, it's weird at this point. And again, I didn't spend a lot of money on this product, so it's not like I'm out a lot of money, but I am out a video idea. Like, it did kind of mess up my flow for plans in video scheduling in February. I was kind of like playing around with a bunch of stuff during that month. So at this point, I'm starting to get a little frustrated. I'm just kind of like, what's going on? I also see on their Instagram, which again, I unfortunately can't show you, they did end up posting a video. It again wasn't about FlipStik, it was about like entrepreneurship, but they did post a video. And I was like, oh, okay. And again, the Instagram was a little more active, which makes me so surprised that it's gone now. But like they were posting every now and then, just not about FlipStik. So anyway, I'm a little frustrated, so I don't even give them a whole week this time. Because honestly, the month of February is ending, and I ordered this at the end of January. Like, what? So about 5-ish days later, on February 26th at 2:35 p.m., I don't know why I'm telling you all the time, I just think it's funny. I, again, respond to the same email chain. So this is my third email in this email chain saying, hello, is there any update on this order? It's been a month now, and I haven't been able to get an update for 2 weeks. This is my third email regarding the issue. Please respond. Thank you. Again, I'm a very formal emailer. I'm just like, I'm trying to send things respectfully. I'm trying not to be like wild, but I mean, it has been a month. It was wild, and I'm just hearing nothing. I'm like at the point where like, is anybody there? Is the company shut down? Like, what is going on? And truly, this was the point where I lost all hope that I was gonna ever touch this product, that it was ever gonna make it to my door. Even though very delusionally, every now and then, I would go to the mailbox and see a package and get super excited. and then when it ended up being my partner's. Or I would see through my little mail app that I have that I was supposed to be getting a package to the house, and I'd be like, maybe it's my FlipStik, maybe it's my FlipStik, and it would be my partner getting something in the mail every single time. I was being so delusional about it. My partner just started making so many jokes about it, because I was like, maybe this is it. And he was like, no, like, it's not. It's never going to be your FlipStik. And he was so right. But at this point, I had better things going on. I was like, whatever, I may never hear from these people. I don't know. So I waited over a week to email again. Because again, the February 26th email got no response. This isn't surprising at this point. I feel like we all know how this is going. So over a week goes by, and I realize it, and I'm like, well, I guess I should email again. And once again, I decide, let me make a brand new email, new thread. Maybe that will get somebody's attention. And so this time, I make a new subject, and I put refund in the subject, because I'm hoping that'll flash something, because I keep thinking maybe that's why they responded to that first email, because maybe they're paying more attention to things like refund or cancel order. And I email them on March 7th. We have entered a third month. I mean, it wasn't actually 3 months, but it's so funny to think this went from January all the way to March. Incredible. On March 7th at 5:35 p.m., I email and I say, hello. I have been emailing since February 14th, trying to get an update on my order, and I have yet to get a response. At this point, since it's been over a month since I placed my original order, I feel as though the only option is for y'all to email me back a realistic timeline on when I'll get this product, or please just refund me my money. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. Again, I mean, very reasonable. I just accepted my fate at this point, and again, it's just not worth it to, like, email people, like, wild stuff. I mean, like, if I was yelling in this email, it just makes me look weird, you know? I've just never really understood that concept. I did in my younger days when I was more angry and wild, but as an adult with a fully formed frontal lobe, it just doesn't make any sense, you know, to be crazy. So, again, just a very respectful email, and again, I don't hear anything back. Okay, actually, that's not completely true. I said I didn't hear anything back. I made the assumption I wasn't going to hear anything back based on the experience I'd been having. And like I said, at this point, I was just getting frustrated, and I just wanted to get a refund at this point. Because again, I had accepted I wasn't getting it, but I just didn't know how to get in contact with anybody. And I felt very much like this email wasn't going to get read, considering the other ones didn't. And so finally, I was like, screw it. I'm going to be one of those people. I'm going to go to their Instagram, because I had seen they had posted within 7 days-ish from March 7th. So I guess they posted, it would have been at the beginning of March. I was like, maybe they will see it if I go to their Instagram. And I don't think I took a screenshot of this, because again, I never thought there would be a world where it would disappear, because I commented something just very respectful. Because again, I just don't feel the need to be wild about this, because in the grand scheme of things, none of this matters. But I made a comment that was something to the effect of like, hello, I have been trying to email about my order number, blah, 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 for about a month now, and I haven't got a response. I just want to know the best way about getting a response from someone. That was pretty much what it said. Again, it was nothing wild, just like a, please reach out to me. And what happens? They delete their Instagram. I am not even messing with you. I commented that, and the Instagram disappeared. I had no words. I originally thought they just blocked me, which I was kind of expecting. I thought that might happen, because that's what companies love to do when they're doing stuff like this, just block the person. But I have more than one Instagram. So I checked using my other Instagrams, and it wasn't there. I even sent the website to my partner and asked him to go scroll down and click the little Instagram social media button just to make sure that somehow, I didn't think this was possible, but just to make sure they hadn't figured out all the accounts I had and blocked them. And even my partner, nothing was coming up. It just said, sorry, page not available. And to this day, if you go on their website, when I am filming this, I just checked a minute ago, it just goes to nothing. The Instagram just goes to nothing. So I am sitting here shocked. Not only are they not responding to my email, they would rather just delete their whole Instagram than send me a message. I didn't know what to do. And the funnier thing is, it's not like I have a big presence on YouTube or Instagram, but I do have a little bit of a bigger following on TikTok. So when I order products like this, And when I go about doing these sort of things, I never use my Max Reality stuff. I don't use my Max Reality email to order products, and I don't use my Max Reality to, like, I Instagram message people, unless it's for business and they know they're messaging me. But if I've ordered a product, like when I went to go make that Instagram comment, I was using just like a personal Instagram, because I don't want them to like go find my TikTok, be like, oh, this person's just like whatever. I want it to be as neutral, as casual, as like, this is just me trying a product as possible. No influence outside. So for them to delete like their whole Instagram off of a private Instagram, making a comment on their Instagram, no words. I cannot say enough how shocked I was. I don't know what to say. I just made the realization that I have a slight error in my timeline. It really doesn't super matter, but I'm just trying to keep everything as clear as possible. I made that Instagram comment before I sent the email that I had referenced. I sent that email because the Instagram got deleted. I just didn't mention it in that email, so therefore I forgot. But I made the Instagram comment, the Instagram got deleted, so I was like, I'll just send another email, because I don't know what to do at this point, because what? At this point, I'm just completely lost. I mean, I have posted on Instagram, and they've deleted the Instagram. I've been sending emails, but they're obviously not responding to emails, so I'm just at a complete loss. I have no idea what to do. And at this point, I'm also starting to get concerned that I won't even get my money refund back, which again, it wasn't a lot of money, but it's more of like the principle of it, and it's money I could be using to do a different Shark Tank product review. So I wanted a resolution to all of this, because also I wanted a resolution before I made this video. I didn't want to leave y'all on I wonder what's going to happen. I just wanted the story start to finish. So I'm thinking, I'm like, what else can I do to try to get somebody's attention? I just want somebody to email me back. I vaguely thought about like, oh, what if I try to like comment on one of Lori's things? But I knew that would go, no, I just like, that was silly. I knew that wouldn't work. But then I see the founder of FlipStik has his own personal Instagram where he talks about, like tips to be a founder and all of that. And I'm like, maybe this is my Hail Mary to get some sort of a response. So I comment on his most recent post on his personal Instagram, and I say, hello, it seems y'all have maybe deleted the Instagram for FlipStik, question mark. I've been emailing since February 14th, trying to get an update on my order placed January 21st. I have sent another email, but I am just worried about once again not getting a response, especially since the Instagram has been deleted. Please respond to my email about order number blah, blah, blah. And at this point, that's just a Hail Mary. I'm really not thinking this man's going to respond. I'm worried he might even just delete his personal Instagram. I didn't really think that was going to happen. He's more active on it. But I was just like, I mean, how would you, it's just like wild. It's a wild situation I feel like I'm in that I never thought would be where I am, considering where I started in this journey. But this is where we get the light at the end of the tunnel. I get a response to my comment pretty quickly. I don't remember exactly when. I'm not like on Instagram all the time and I don't have my notifications on, but rather quickly he responded saying, check your DMs. And he sent me a message saying, hello, I apologize for the lack of communication on your order number. I just processed a full refund for you. Unfortunately, we are unable to fulfill FlipStiks at this time. I apologize for the inconvenience. There are still some FlipStiks available on Amazon and third-party stores. Thank you for your support over the years. And I respond, okay, thank you for the response. So, a very important part of this message I want us all to hear right now is that they are unable to process FlipStik orders at this time. And I'm laughing because when I saw that, I kind of expected over the next week or so to see them maybe shut down their website, do something so you couldn't order on their website anymore. That's another reason this video took a little longer. I've kind of been waiting to see how some stuff would shake out. But to this day, on March 31st, you can still order a FlipStik on their website and have the exact same experience I had, which is just wild to me. I don't understand. If you're not able to process FlipStiks, shut down the website. And maybe they just get so little traffic that they're not worried about it. But it just feels weird to me that they're just keeping the website open. Because it's not even like you have to shut down your whole website. You could just make it like, say, orders aren't available at this time, do a pre-order sort of thing. There's ways to go about this so your website isn't accepting orders without even shutting it all down if you don't want to. But just so weird to just like keep it up and just be like, I don't know. And that is my story of the official worst time I have had with a Shark Tank product. I have literally never had an experience like this. I've had issues getting Shark Tank products in the past and stuff like that, but the one that comes to mind, I don't even really talk about because I don't want to dog that company because I ordered right after they were on Shark Tank, and it was clear that it was just an issue of them getting influxed orders from Shark Tank. It doesn't seem like it's an ongoing problem with the company, so I never blasted them, never made an issue about it, because it's just, again, that's just not my style. But this is literally the worst experience I've had with a Shark Tank product to date. And at the end of the day, there's no reason to like try to go blast this company or like go comment on his Instagram, like mean, weird things. I always put it in my disclaimers at the beginning of my videos when I'm talking about people on reality TV, but I feel the same way for like products like this. Like at the end of the day, I did get my refund. I didn't get the product. It was a frustrating experience, but I got my money back, so really, like, no harm, no foul. So seriously, if you're seeing this video and you're like, oh, I want to go, like, blast FlipStik or, like, go comment something mean, don't do that. You're not doing it on my behalf. That's wild behavior. Don't do it. The main reason I'm even making this video is to just kind of warn people, because, again, the website is still up. That's actually my biggest problem with all of this, is that you can go on their website to pay $11-something like I did, to have this weird experience and not get a FlipStik in the end. So this is my warning that I do not recommend FlipStik. I would not order it. Again, he said there are some on the third-party areas or Amazon, but like y'all saw, when I ordered on Amazon, I got the wrong product. From start to finish, it's just been a complete mess. So I cannot recommend FlipStik. I can't because of the experience, and I can't because I never even got the product. And at the end of it all, it ends the same way it began, with a PopSocket. Honestly, kind of poetic, if I have to say so myself. And that is officially a wrap on the very worst experience I've had so far with a Shark Tank product, the FlipStik. If you made it this far in the video, seriously, thank you so much. This was such a wild ride for me, so I really hope you enjoyed the story time to make all of this worth it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like it down below. If you like reality TV, Shark Tank recaps, Shark Tank product reviews, check out the channel and subscribe. It is a good time over here. As always, I want to hear your thoughts, feelings, opinions, comments, all that and more down below. Have you ever had a FlipStik? It's been around for a while, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of y'all have had it. I would love to hear if you hated it, if you loved it, what your experience was, and also if you had a similar experience to me trying to order one and you didn't get it. I would definitely love to hear that. All that and more down below. And until then, I'll see y'all in the next one.